Howdy, howdy, everyone. Welcome to Babble with Bronies. I am your host. My name is Elliot, better known as Everlasting Joy. We've got a lot of good stuff this week. We also got a good interview coming up. So stay around. First, let's get the content out of the way. Before we do that, of course, the big bombshell that came out this week. Need to readjust my screen here a little bit. Perfect. There we go. As I was saying, the big bombshell that came out this week is, of course, what's coming up on the 10th of November. Here is the big Facebook announcement. That's right. Season 3 is coming out. Here's the link for everyone. The link for everyone. As we know, November 10th, November 10th, Season 3 is coming out. And if you're looking for a place to watch it, I would recommend Brony State. I'll be getting to them in just a second, but if you're looking, they'll be hosting it live, 1080p quality. Great place to watch it. Plus, there's other great reasons to be there, but we'll get there in a second as well. Speaking of Brony State, for those of you who have never been there, let me get you the link. There's the link. What they do is stream movies on Fridays and Saturdays. They stream 2 movies, an A movie and a B movie. A movie being a high quality one, the B movie usually not being so high quality. Kind of depends on what gets selected by you. Anyway, they also show 2 pony episodes. And this week, the lottery was ran on Friday. It's either hosted on Fridays or Saturdays. They alternate every week. And this week, we had the good fortune of it being on Friday, so we can report it to you. Next week's movies. The A movie is Pan's Labyrinth, followed by the first pony episode, Bridal Gossip. The B movie is 2012, and 2012. And the second pony episode is It's About Time. So if you're bored on Friday nights or just enjoy some movies with some good people, I recommend looking them up. Friday nights at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'll also recommend just hang around there on off days. They entertain quite frequently. All right, let's move on to the videos. Now this first one is by Ali Oopster 27. Being 13 minutes long, I can only just give you the link. If this were a looks like you can get it. If this were a non-interview episode if this were a non-interview episode, I'd probably show it. But check it out. See what you like. It's a 600 subscribers Q&A. So if you like that stuff, check it out. I checked out a little bit of it. Funny stuff. But this next one I can show you. This one is by Melee Princess, a comic dub, Vinyl and Octavia, Table Manners.
Yo, Tommy, what you doing? Darn, Vinyl, not now. Don't you see I'm busy?
Playing with forks and spoons? Sure you are.
Oh, cut it out. I have an important dinner tomorrow in Canterlot, and I need to practice the proper table setting. I don't want to look like a doll.
Wait, I thought you already knew all that etiquette crap.
No, Vinyl. Last time I used that etiquette crap was like 2 years ago. I am just out of shape, that's all. Now, could you please leave me alone while I practice?
Dinner plate with salad or soup bowl on it goes in the middle. Salad, dinner, and dessert forks on the left side in that order. Knife, small, and soup spoons on the right side. Bread plate with butter knife on top left of dinner plate. Coffee cup on top right of dinner plate, followed by water, wine, and liquor glass, in that order. Napkin placement depends on your preference. What? Just because I like wild parties and loud music doesn't mean I don't know how to behave in a formal dinner.
So So, forks on the left side, you said?
I'll write it down for you, Tabby.
Melee Princesses comic dub. Vinyl and Octavia table manners. Here's the link, as per usual. Good, good, good. Everyone can hear everything. That's the most important thing. And we have one little miscellaneous announcement from Inky Notebook. Ooh, that was close. She's hiring. The Traveling Pony Museum is hiring for online staff for, quote, hiring staff and online helpers, end quote. The application isn't out yet. Here's the link for anyone interested in working with the Traveling Pony Museum. Mr. Ben, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be on a pay basis. But anyone interested, take a look. It's a short journal entry. Just hope you check it out. Yeah, we're aware that the internet just went down. Okay, internet's back up. How badly was it? I'll take that as it wasn't that bad. Anyway, let's carry on. Hopefully we won't have any more interruptions like that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, hopefully it's... If we have to lower the quality, we'll lower the quality, I suppose. But I sure hope not. Okay. Carrying on. Getting into the art now. Which one do we want to start with? Let's start with Toxic Mario, shall we? No. Let's save the comics for a little bit later. Let's go with Vardis Touch's Luna's Song. We've had her on here before. She said this was for a contest. Anyone else thinks she's got it in the bag? There's the link. That color is just nuts, but I love it so much. Luna's Song by Vardis Touch. Now we've got one by Citra 360 here called Pony Party. DeathPwny. This is a t-shirt design of his. It was made in celebrating his 3,000 subs on YouTube and a mix of I didn't catch that link. I apologize, folks. But Pony Party by Citra 360. Ain't no party like a Pinkie Pie party. Mr. Ben. All right, moving along here. Why don't we go with this next one by CSI Mad Max. It's a potential Death Pony. But what happens when you combine the two? Anyway, carrying on. This is Wishing Well of Horror. Be prepared, people, for my terrible impersonations. This is as big as the resolutions or the picture's going to get, so I apologize for, and it's horizontal too, so I apologize for already kind of skipping ahead on things here. But anyway, the great and powerful Trixie wishes to be the most great and powerful unicorn who ever existed in the universe. Poof. Oh, you little piece of... Mr. Ben, you're such a flatterer. Here's the link. And we have another one by her, titled Little Library of Horror. This one isn't much better in terms of sizes, so you're gonna have to bear with us on things skipping ahead and whatnot. But anyway, shall we go? Good morning, sister. Have you accepted Luna? Run! The damn thing is alive. I'm going to try and hold it for a minute. Run as fast as you can. Are you busy? No, it's just I'm just walking my pet. See if I can't. Would you guys mind if I full screened this? Okay, this way we can hopefully get the entire picture on there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, in that case, may I have a minute of your time? I would like to talk to you about the new Church of Luna. Listen, this isn't a great! Did you know that Luna is actually the goddess of magic? No, that sounds a little... Sorry. No, that sounds a little weird. Well, yes, she is. Did you know the moon gives unicorns a magical boost? Also, every spell you use during a full moon night is 100% guaranteed success. Oh, wow, that's really interesting. Where did you hear that? I read that in this book, the Book of Luna. Wow, this is really amazing. Hey, Spike, look at this. I know, right? CSI Mad Max's The Little Library of Horror. Moving along. Next one is a comic, but it's all it's silent, so I'll just let this one speak for itself. This one is Colt Steel Stallions, A Rainy Day. The best part is I don't have to full screen it. Mm-hmm. There's the link. Check it out. All right, we got a few more left here. Let's go with Toxic Mario here. This one is called The C Word. He's been doing the letter word. And this one he says he's going to be finishing up with this one and then taking a break from them for a little while. I will say the spoiler warning on this one. However, I feel that it's so generic enough that that I can get away with it. So, spoiler warning, but not, I guess, for lack of better terms. I always like the way he does comics in that 4-lane panel. Hey, Bon Bon, these cookies are amazing. Oh, wow, Lyra. You must have really liked these cookies. Yeah, I did that voice because I figure that's only Lyra's inevitable conclusion. Yeah, that's kind of where I said it was generic enough. Mr. Ben. Oh, Tox. I do like your clean humor. I really do. Okay, I did get it. Good. All right. Last one from Tox. This one is titled Cakewalk. And that's how you make a carrot cake. Yes, I was trying to do a better derpy there. Poor Carrot Top. Mr. Ben. Check it out. Cakewalk by Toxic Mario. All right. Which one should we go with here? This next one I'm just going to let... This next one is a cute one. This one is Kitty Cat Bars. Is that a yes? Let's see if I can. Oh, no, I can't. Just going to let the cute imagery soak in. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's a reason I put this one on the show today. Of course, then again, I am a bit of a sucker for Shining Armor and Princess Cadence, but that's beside the point, people. There's the link. Enjoy. Yeah, the connection's going out again. If only there was some way you could lower the resolution while recording. Yeah, I know. The connection's going out. I don't know what to do. In the sense of, I can't necessarily pause it. I can't, stop this thing. Yeah, they don't have and I can't lower the resolution right away. If I stop it, I'm going to get 2 recordings, and unfortunately, I don't have any video editing software on hand that I can just merge the 2 together. Might just have to hoof this one through, people. Much to my everlasting dismay, and of course, much to the contradiction of our much to the contradiction of the previous two episodes. We streamed before in this same quality perfectly. So of course it only sees perfect that it only sees to it that we would get a crappy connection on an interview episode. Finally, to finish up the everything, this one is Release the Crackle by DeathPwny. Yeah, that's right. I'll just let this one sink in. Here's the link. I gotta ask you something, Mr. DeathPwny. Is that a baby Crackle, or is it Luna's pet, or is it Crackle the one we saw on the show? Which is it? Okay. Well, whatever. It's your drawing, so whatever you say goes in my book. Fair enough. All right. Speaking of DeathPwny, I told you we'd be interviewing him. You got him. Hello?
Hi.
Howdy. Oh, nope. I want that there. But just a little bit smaller. Can you hear everyone? Can you hear him okay? Happy Pinky there. See and hear everything okay, I should ask?
Hold on, I'm gonna mute the live stream. Otherwise I get double feedback.
Good. Everything's looking okay. Excellent. So if you have, audience, if you have questions about how things work, please direct them to Mr. Ben. Otherwise, let's get this interview on the road. So for the record, would you kindly state the name you wish to be called during this interview, your job, as in you're an artist, you're a musician, you're, what have you, your favorite episode, your favorite pony from Generation 4, and your favorite pony overall.
I didn't get the last question.
All right.
Favorite overall pony?
Yeah, so any generation, any character, I don't care. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, you can call me either Nick or DeathPwny, whatever you wish. Yeah, I think I forgot the order of the questions, but anyways, I'm actually, my favorite episode is probably Lunar Eclipse.
Okay.
My favorite pony is Pinkie Pie. I think that's quite obvious. Yeah, and the job is artist or amateur artist, and yeah, sometimes I try to do some sculpts or some different scopes, like, quite strange without the leg.
What of, let's see, you got, yes. Okay. Now, I got to ask you, how did you get into art in the first place?
Well, basically, as a little kid, I had some things called the screen mate. You know, those little animals that run around the desktop. and when I discovered the show, I thought it would be neat something like this with ponies. And actually, there was a project that actually existed called Desktop Ponies. And yes, there were little animations for Pinky, quite few animations, so I tried to make my own, and at some point I couldn't stop. And after a time I discovered DeviantArt, and there I just tried to draw something with the mouse in this Muro, and it didn't turn out all that bad, so I decided to get a tablet and try it out. And that's basically how I started.
Now, wait a minute. Desktop ponies, would you tell us a little bit about those? Would you tell us a little bit about the desktop ponies? You know, what are they? How do you get them? That kind of stuff?
I think the website is down, but you can. There was some problem with the host, but you can still get them from PonyChan. I need to browse to get the link.
Okay.
Hold on a second. And yeah, it's basically ponies that would run around your desktop, and they would interact with each other. You can drag them, and yeah, they basically run around and go about the business.
That's what I forgot to do.
Behaviors.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you can switch them on and download. Hold on, I think I'll have the link soon. Alright. I thought I have it somewhere.
That's what I forget.
Yeah, let's just continue. I'll keep looking for it.
I was going to use Pinkie Pie as I do have the desktop pony. I was going to put her up for this interview for seeing as you put Pinkie Pie basically in that program. I was going to put her up here. I apologize.
And not quite. Actually, that was Monkey J, right? Who already had some of the sprites. He basically had all the main 6 and a lot of bases, a lot of other ponies.
Okay.
So when I joined, there was already quite a few for Pinkie Pie. But I thought that wasn't enough. Many of the non-standard animations are mostly from me. And there is also an art update for this.
Okay. So you said that's where you started in terms of artistry. What are you still involved in that?
Theoretically, yes, but I haven't made any sprites in a while. But yeah, try to do that when I have some more time. Still quite a few that I wanted to do, but never got around it.
Such as?
Well, for example, the sneeze. Yeah, some of the when she's scared and the evil enchantress. No, I think the Sakura episodes. I forgot the name. Bridal Gossip. And when Spike drops something in the kitchen and she's scared. She's maybe that. But there were quite a few animations that I still could make.
What program would we use if we wanted to contribute stuff to this?
Well, for the actual painting, I basically use Microsoft Paint. I use GIMP for the cleanup, but basically I'm just an animal of habit, so to speak. So I just get used to Paint and stuck with it. And for animating, I use GIF Movie Gear, but yeah, you could do that in GIMP as well. GIMP is free, so.
Just search GIMP on Google.
Yeah.
GIMP.
GIMP.org, I think.
Okay. So then where did you... I'm just trying to not fall back on desktop ponies later in the episode. So then, how did you move from desktop ponies to to art in terms of you started with some hand-drawn sketches that you used paint, I assume, if I recall right.
No, you know the stuff on DeviantArt. There is this Muro drawing,
Okay.
and that's where I had to draw scolding Fluttershy. And I probably can show you the picture.
Okay.
Quite a horrible. Well, it wasn't as considering it's done with a mouse. It wasn't all that bad. But yeah, I thought if that's how it turned out with the mouse, I probably can do better with something like a tablet. And yeah, that's how I got one.
Now, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit here, but what is it about Pinkie Pie that you like so much about her?
Oh, that can be lengthy. That's quite a lot. First of all, I think she's just the most fun. But basically, when I started to make some stuff for DeathPwny, she was the one that I could think up the most animations for it. So she just does all the stuff that I wouldn't know what to do for the others. And yeah, basically all her songs. Well, I actually didn't like her before I watched the show.
Oh, really?
But yeah. Well, I've seen some of the music videos done with ponies.
We can't hear you. Can you still hear me, ladies and gentlemen? Testing, testing. Hello? Y'all can hear me, correct? DeathPwny, can you... Oh, there's sound. There's some sound.
So it's back on?
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, well, basically, there was this music video and she was doing all those non-pony stuff like the stanzas in the Evil Enchantress song and this weird poses like... Actually, when I started to actually watch the show, she quickly grew on me because, yeah, she sold me with her songs. And yeah, she's basically elements in her. She's out of the generosity, like throwing all the parties is a lot of effort. She gave the cake for the male pony who had a birthday. And yeah, she just makes a lot of awesome stuff. She never asked for anything, but basically her friends often belittle her or think it's always her fault when she's usually in the right, but she never holds a grudge and, for example, saves Ponyville on her own and not hoping for any praise or something like that.
That's a cute... I like those reasons. So, now I kind of want to move back to the... Apologize, there's a noise outside. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, going back to all your drawings. How did you move from desktop pony sprites to drawing?
Didn't we just have the question?
Did I? Oh yeah. I apologize. There's a loud motorbike outside. I apologize, folks. Anyway, so you drew in a pencil drawing style. What were you interested in drawing in then?
What? Pardon?
I said you were drawing. At this point in the game, I like to go through on a timeline. You were drawing ponies with a pen and bringing them into, scanning them on the computer and drawing them up. What were you interested in drawing there?
No, I wasn't drawing them on paper.
Oh, it was...
I hardly
All mouse?
Yeah, well, just the first Fluttershy. And then I decided to get the tablet.
Okay, okay. But what were you interested in drawing there?
Basically ponies. I didn't really have an idea. Well,
So
yeah,
that's
basically you know, so I was just experimenting around and yeah, basically trying to draw Pinky.
as time went on, I noticed you seemed to really start to move towards the style you are at today. How did that come about? How did you go from those simple drawings to some of the more complex stuff you've been doing today? How did that evolve?
Um, and yeah, at first I just had to figure out how to actually do the stuff because my first tablet didn't recognize the pressure, so I couldn't press harder to make something darker or something. So yeah, I just had to learn how to make the lines smooth.
We're trying to get the sound issue resolved here, folks. And we tested it so well early in the week, and it was so going well. Oh, there we go. There we go. If I don't know if you can see me or not, but I don't know if you can see me or not, DeathPwny. But if I point to my ear, then your sound is out. Let's use that as a code. There's some sound. There we go.
No.
And now it's gone. Okay, there it is again. Is the wiring, is it a wired mic?
I could try another microphone if that helps.
Sure. Yeah, Mr. Ben. We honestly don't know what the problem is here, folks. Like I said, we tested it early in the week, Nick and I, and it went smoothly. It really did.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Like I said, if I point to my ears again, or like this, then your sound's out. We'll use that as a code.
All right.
So anyway, as I was saying, why don't we repeat the question since most of it was scratched out. How did you go from your more simple designs to these more complex designs that you've done to today? How did that evolve?
Well, yeah, basically when I was drawing in school in art unrelated lessons. But yeah, that was basically the style that I tried to go for. And yeah, to draw digitally, I had to figure out how to actually do stuff because I have never been drawing digitally and I have never been using the software and a tablet. So yeah, I just had to see how to get the line smooth and how to use the pressure sensitivity and all this. And yeah, basically I had to learn how to do that digitally and get used to the tools. But that was originally always the style I would try to go to.
I like that can-do attitude. So it's basically just an improvement upon yourself. As time's gone on, you've just learned to experiment with more things and just got better with it.
Well, yeah, basically I learn with every picture, especially the groups. When I submit the picture to the groups and got the client, they were really helpful to give me feedback on what to improve, and yeah, that worked quite well. Especially given hints how to handle some of the features of the digital programs, like blending and all the stuff.
Nice.
And yeah, at first I didn't even know how to use the layers, so that sure didn't help.
Would we know these clients, or are they just maybe some local ones or something?
I didn't get that question.
I said these clients you just spoke of, are these people we might know, or were they just maybe some local people, or would we know these people?
Perhaps I'm pretty sure you know some of them. I don't really know how to pronounce this name. Trujan, the one who makes the traditional paintings.
Okay.
He was in the Candlelight Garden panel, if you've seen the art panel. The one with the beard and awesome hat. But it's the group Ponies Plus. And they're quite a strict group. And yeah, they also very helpful in explaining how to improve the picture.
Okay.
If you ask them how. So and of course it helped a lot to watch Citra streams. So to actually see how the pros do it.
Were you go to his live streams still to this day?
Yeah, if I catch them, the time zones are a bit of a problem. But if I see them on time, then I usually watch them.
I'll have to keep an eye out for you. A lot of your paintings, especially some of these more modern ones, they've been very realistic. They're either very realistic in their world, they're breaking through to our world, or they are actually in our world. Tell me, which one of these is the most fun to draw?
Well, basically those in our world, because then I don't have to draw the backgrounds. Backgrounds are kind of my kryptonite. But yeah, I think it's just more fun to draw the actual ponies than the stuff in the background. But
I bet. No, why have them breaking through in our world all the time? I mean, excluding the background one, is this just a hope that they actually do come through to our world?
Well, basically, I just didn't really know how to draw backgrounds. I oftenly don't actually know what to draw in the background. So I usually just come up with a pose for a pony or some situation, and yeah, start to draw the ponies. And at the later points within the drawing, I try to figure out where to actually place it. And sometimes if I stream, there would come some suggestions. Yeah. Basically, it's a little shortcut.
Nothing wrong with that. I would like to know the artist who has never taken a shortcut, because I don't think they exist. What are you hoping to capture in your drawings?
Don't really know what to answer. It's usually when it's sometimes I would see something in the show, or sometimes I would just come up with stuff, or see something in a fan drawing that would spark some idea. And yeah, if I get some epiphany, I try to put that on paper or digital canvas. So
makes sense to me. I know the answer is somewhat obvious to this one, but surprise me. Who are your favorite characters to draw and why?
I suppose it's Pinky. Because it's just the prettiest pony, I suppose. Well, basically you can do the most with her, I think. She's the most flexible.
What about Derpy?
You don't really have to go by the rules. And it helps that she isn't a Pegasus. And her mane is of only a single color. That always helps.
I bet. What about Princess Luna and Derpy? I've seen those as recurring characters.
Yeah, well, Luna is with Pony as well, best princess, I'd say. And yeah, Derpy is, yeah, she's just our mascot.
Makes sense to me.
And she's quite easy to draw, I think. Has quite an easy mane.
Who then? It begs the question: who's the worst one to draw?
I'd say Rainbow Dash.
Really?
Yeah. Well, the Pegasi have wings, so that's a minus. Because they're not all that easy to draw with all the feathers, and her mane is 6 colors, so difficult.
Why?
Well, yeah, I've heard many that Rarity is difficult to draw with all her swirls on the mane, but actually I think it's not that bad because, yeah, that's basically still a single color.
Really?
And it's basically straight. Well, not really straight, but yeah, well, Rainbow Dash's hair is scruffy, and yeah, it's
Wow.
more difficult, I think, than just straight mane.
You're probably going to be the first person. You're the first person who's ever said Rainbow Dash, and I'm curious if you're gonna. I'm curious if you'll be the last or not. Probably not, but that came out of nowhere. But I don't hate that.
Well, it wasn't about the quality of the pony, it was just about who's most difficult to draw.
Very true. Very true. What's the one thing that you take the most pride in your drawings?
I don't really know. Well, sometimes I actually surprised in how it turns out. Sometimes it really looks, and sometimes it looks better than I actually expected. Like, yeah.
Such as?
The Windy Mane's Celestia picture, for example. I never thought that her mane would turn out as well as it did, I think. I can link to the one I have in mind.
Okay.
So yeah, her mane isn't, yeah, she's also not all that easy to draw because, yeah, even bigger wings and also multicolored mane and tail.
I figured so. It's still good that
Yeah.
still good that you're willing to do that stuff. It's a good challenge, I suppose.
Yeah, but yeah, I actually didn't expect the mane to turn out as well as it did.
Excellent. I want to now shift to some of your other stuff that you've done. You've done those weird 3D moving pictures, like the Pinky reading the book, or what's the other one? The party animal one. That's it.
Yeah,
Tell us about those. How do you do those?
that's basically just the 2D drawing with a filter. There's a depth map and a distortion filter.
Really?
So basically you draw a map over it, and this map signals the program what's in the most foreground and what's in the background. So basically the blacker it is, the more it is in the foreground, and white is further back. And then you just use the displacement filter, and yeah, the areas that are black in the map are moved slightly more than those in the back, etc. So it's basically, yeah, I can actually see that in one of my streams. But
We'll get to streaming in a second here, but it's just it's
I think I have a video of the one with the reading Pinky,
okay.
I think. But
That just baffles
Let me
me
check.
that it's.
yeah, that's basically a simple 2D picture, but
It honestly baffles me that it's that simple, I suppose, but I should come to expect that. There's beauty in simplicity. Are we going to see more of those? Because I really like those.
Yeah, mostly also depends on if some settings aren't as good for it as others.
Okay.
See, I think this one, but the reading didn't work well. It worked better than the one I tried before. But yeah, I think Party Animal worked kind of best.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I have Reading Pinky. I have as a video. So yeah, you can see the process.
Check it out.
Just a quick link.
We'll let him get his link in there. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Now, now I want to ask about your sculpture, your Pinkie Pie sculptures. You have a few of them.
Well,
2, I should say.
3 I have. First, this one is the second one. I can't really see.
Aww.
And the first one, yeah, didn't turn out all that well. Hold on. But yeah, that's also the first time I actually tried something like that. And it failed.
Doesn't look that bad. Looks really good from what I see anyway. I'm not trying to kiss up to you. I mean that. She's still pink. She looks like a pony. Fine to me.
So it looks kind of strange.
So, what's she made out of? In the sense of, some specialty clay, or do you, or like regular clay? What's she made out of? How'd you make her?
Yeah, it's basically modeling compound. This stuff.
Okay.
I think I have a link to this in the actual picture, if you're interested in the material. And yeah, I also have the VIP picture. So I basically start by making a model with the wires. So basically I form the wires the way I want the model to look, and yeah, sequentially add the clay and bake that. And yeah, add more stuff or cut away stuff till it looks somewhat right.
What kind of paints do you use? Like a oil-based or?
No, acrylic paint.
Okay. Do you? I know I'm going to regret asking this, but did you check out any Bob Ross episodes to get some ideas on how to mix the paint?
What episode?
I said, did you watch any Bob Ross episodes to get an idea of how to mix the paints and whatnot?
I just watched, well, not really Bob Ross, but I watched someone draw a landscape in Bob Ross style in GIMP and try to do it simultaneously, but yeah, that's about it. It doesn't work so well with big resolution.
Make do with what you can. Now tell us about, I read that sculpture has something to do with the Traveling Pony Museum.
Yeah, the new one travels now with the museum.
Nice. Tell us, how are you involved with the Traveling Pony Museum in any other way, or is that it?
Well, there's also a picture of mine, the one with the Paris Pride picture.
That's right.
It's also in the museum.
Nice. Wait, that might explain why you were here when I interviewed Inky Notebook, but I digress. Are you still involved with them? Are you going to be working with her some more?
Well, sure. As long as she wants to put some pictures of mine in the museum, she's welcome.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, I do want to ask about a specific piece right now. Powerful Way to Greatness, that comic you released, what, a week ago? Something like that, anyway.
Sounds about right.
Why'd you make it?
Hard to say. It's basically I either read or heard something about the Jelly Pony, and that he suddenly would somehow appear, and yeah, that was the epiphany that I got, and yeah, then I just figured that Pinky would open up a jar of jelly and had eating breakfast, and suddenly have the jelly pony sitting on the knife, and yeah, somehow added Trixie. Kind of evolved from just jelly pony to the final product.
Suddenly, the jelly pony.
Yeah, that's basically what led to.
Why a comic, though? I mean, this is the first comic that I've seen you do.
Oh, I had some others.
Okay.
I think it's my third comic.
Maybe I just didn't look hard enough, and I apologize for that. But
I'm
again,
not quite sure. I'm pretty sure I have 2 others, but yeah, I think I have only 2 others.
still, why a comic?
Well, basically, it's yeah, that's the same reason the other picture I tried to do ended up as a comic, because I just couldn't make a picture that somehow would indicate that the jelly pony would suddenly appear, so it just had to be some kind of sequential panels to illustrate that.
Oh, I like that answer. Now, I've seen your work all throughout the pony sphere. I've seen it everywhere, or at least I've seen it. Not just on DeviantArt, not just, localized. You've worked with some of the show's cast members. Tell us about that, please.
Well, not really worked. I just asked Andrea Lipman if I saw her as a pony, and later as a human riding a pony. And yeah, that's just send her the pictures and the final products.
What about Tara
sorry, I
Strong?
thought you. Pardon?
I said, what about Tara Strong?
Yeah, she would sometimes make comments about her dog or something, and yeah, I thought the dog was pretty cute, Latka, and yeah, I drew her and sent her the picture, and apparently she liked it. Quite surprised that there isn't really much art about it. Quite surprising.
Is there anyone else on the show you've worked with? Or, have
Well,
had contact with?
Yeah, during Everfree Northwest, basically Nicole Oliver created some memes. And yeah, she also wanted to have Celestia as Princess Leia, so...
Oh.
And yeah, and there was all the whole, look, a moose going around. So yeah.
Are you going to draw any moose pictures now?
Hmm?
Are you going to
I
give
have-
us any more moose?
I don't know. But maybe if I get any ideas, or if another live stream goes crazy.
Tell us.
basically-
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
A good source for ideas, I think. Those streams are very good sources.
Tell us about Yay, the Philly Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy. I just want the audience to hear on this one. This is a cute
Yeah.
story.
I actually forgot. I think it was Canterlot Garden, right?
I think that was it.
that
Yeah.
was the voice actor panel. Andrea Lipman invited a little girl who was dressed as Rainbow Dash. And yeah, she also... people introduced. The girl introduced herself as well, and also made a yay. That was really cute. And at a later point, someone wanted Andrea Lipman to say yay, to ask for a favorite line. And yeah, she let the girl yay again, and also added, woohoo, you rock. Yeah, I thought that was a really cute scene, so tried to draw that in pony form. Quite a few were confused, or thought that I got the dimensions wrong because Dash was so small and Fluttershy was big.
A little knowledge goes a long way, eh?
Kinda.
All right, we are approaching the 1 hour mark. I'll ask one more question, and then we'll get to the audience questions. Would you tell us about your live streaming schedule? Or tell us about live streaming anyway.
I don't really have a schedule. Basically, when I feel like it, I just announce it, and that's about it.
Where do you announce it?
Usually on DeviantArt.
Okay. So if we subscribe to you and get your journals, it'll be on there?
Yeah. Well, I suppose I could also announce it on Twitter, but don't really have people following there that aren't following me on DeviantArt, so...
You can always...
Yeah, usually.
You can always make them. Of course, then that's kind of mean. Okay, so Twitter and DeviantArt is where you... DeviantArt you announce most of the time. Sometimes you'll do it on Twitter as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's get to some of these questions, these audience questions, shall we? A lot of joins.
Questions?
Yes, audience questions. Parasos asks, what got you into the show?
Are you familiar with the Bridge series?
Yes, I am, but I don't know about the audience, so...
Well, as a short explanation, it's basically a show that is made... But basically, if you know what Friendship is Witchcraft is like, that's basically in the Bridge series. It's some episodes or multiple episodes in a shortened form, and usually in the form of a parody. It might follow the actual plot, but it might also be completely different. And yeah, usually if it's well done, it's really funny. And yeah, I've been watching something like Team 4 Star's Dragon Ball Z, and of course Little Karibo's Yu-Gi-Oh! And there is also a guy who makes something for Codement, I think it's called. I think the actual series, I didn't know the actual series before I saw the Bridge series. The actual series is called Code Geass.
Yes, there is
with the birds in the eye. And yeah, apparently the guy who makes the Bridge series is a brony, and he would sometimes insert some little clips. And yeah, at some point, there's something where he wants to make an announcement and pushes a button for the speaker, but actually accidentally switches on a pony music video. It was really short, but I actually wanted to find it, but I couldn't because it was blocked in my country. But yeah, at some point I actually found the video, and it kept cropping up on the internet. There have been a lot of pictures of Derpy, and I think it was kind of cute, so yeah, at some point I just wanted to check out the actual series. And yeah, kind of got hooked when Nightmare Moon actually appeared. Didn't call that. But yeah, it's already looked quite epic from some other music videos, so yeah, kind of got hooked.
Mr. Ben asks, what is the meaning of life?
42. Or ponies. Well, actually, Twilight's plot, I suppose.
Well, that is where the 42 was posted. What about any of your future plans? Like, what are we... You don't have to answer this, of course, but what are some of your future plans? What can we expect from you?
More ponies, I suppose. Yeah, there are some stuff I'm planning, and some stuff that might happen in early November, and some stuff that might happen starting next year, but that's only slightly possible, and I don't know how probable, so yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna announce it if I know gonna actually happen, so... You still can expect some drawings. I have quite a few that aren't finished, so have to finish those. And yeah, I suppose when season 3 starts, then it'll be inevitable.
Say, you're going to be the last interviewee before we get to season 3. What are you waiting for in it? Or what are you expecting for in it?
Hope more songs, more ponies, and I hope they just keep up the work they did so far, and it kept improving from each episode. So just hope it continues like this.
What would be the one thing you would hope they do in season 3? Or if anything, we'll expand this to throughout the entire series. What's the one thing you are hoping for in season 3 and beyond?
I don't know, more Pinky songs.
All right, we got a few more questions here. Quick question from Mr. Ben. Chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry ice cream?
I'd say mix them all in a cup.
Ooh, I like your
actually-
thinking.
I usually like to let it melt for a bit, and yeah. So it will kind of become a cold liquid.
If you could manipulate any... this is Mr. Ben, by the way, as well. If you could manipulate any 2 of the 4 classical elements, that's earth, fire, wind, and water, which would you choose and why?
I suppose water, because that's basically everywhere.
And the other?
Hmm?
He
What
said
was the
2.
other
He
question?
said 2 of the 4.
2. I suppose it's something towards Avatar, but I actually never seen that. But yeah, I suppose wind as well. That
Okay.
stuff everywhere as well.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, I suppose it will be the most useful. If there's too much traffic, then
What about... I kind of have this personal question since you've been talking about a bridge series, but focusing exclusively on Dragon Ball Z Abridged, who's your favorite character in that Abridged series?
Oh, that's gotta be Nappa.
Yes! You got me thinking about him now, darn you. Which, and just for poops and giggles, what's your favorite line of his?
Oh, there are so many. Oh, that's I. I don't know. I think where he actually reveals that he has some college degree. I think in child psychology, with a major in pain.
With a minor in pain.
Minor. Oh no! I think the best one, Vegeta. I can't believe it. But I think you only get it if you also knew about the Naruto Bridge series.
So that's what that thing was referencing. I never understood that line until you just said that. I want to say thank you for clearing that up. I can't believe it.
It's basically because Naruto in the English dub always, instead of Datebayo, always says believe it. They use the Kagebunshin no Jutsu. Oh yeah, Vegeta, I can fly.
Yes, Nappa, you can fly. Now, how about switch the focus to Little Karibo? Who's your favorite character there?
Oh, that's difficult. I'm the penguin dude.
Penguins. What was your favorite episode of that Abridged series?
Oh, I don't think I remember them all.
Well, you can describe it.
It's been a while since I watched that.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's quite a difficult question. Ooh. I can't really pick one. I don't know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Audience, do you have any more questions? Don't forget to post them in the text quest room. Got a kind of shifting back to ponies here a little bit. If you could work with, darn it, Mr. Ben, you got me thinking about the hair guy now. He's my favorite character in that whole series, so you got to forgive me for that outburst. Who are some artists in this fandom that you look up to, or either draw inspiration from, or take a liking to?
Yeah, base of course. There's Citra. Basically I've been watching his streams and trying to see how he does the stuff and somehow transited my work. And yeah, then of course Pixel Kitties. That's not quite the style I follow, but her comics are, or basically every picture is really hilarious. Even if I don't really know what the reference is, it's still really funny. And then there's before I make some errors with the names, I think Harwick's art.
Yes.
And yeah, there was Raiko Illust.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that White Diamond, of course, and White Dove.
White Diamond and White Dove, yes.
Well,
these people he's describing are great people, folks. Trust me on this one.
I think basically because Citra's live stream were best suitable for my time, I think he had the most influence on me.
Okay.
So far. And I also sometimes had trouble with the eyes and asked him a question about it, and he just opened up his live stream and showed me some stuff. So, just a great dude. Check him out if you haven't.
Who? Say that again. Who it was? I didn't quite catch that.
Citra.
Oh, Citra. We've interviewed him before. I promote his work all the time. I can't say enough about him either. We have a few questions here. Yavos asks, what was your favorite TV series before Ponies?
Suppose. Well, I think Dexter. I'd say Dexter.
It's a popular. That's a popular answer lately, or that I've seen. But hey, makes sense. I like the show. Cat the Pony asks, who is your favorite villain in MLPFIM?
Well, difficult between Chrysalis and Discord. But I think Discord. I think he's a lot more powerful. I mean, basically, they one big led to them.
No kidding. What or Mr. Ben asks, if you had the chance to travel to Equestria, would you do so? We'll assume no return trip.
Oh, no return. Oh, well, I think you would whip up a portal for me. No biggie.
Would you want to stay human or become your pony Sona in the MLP world?
Probably a pony to be safe from Lyra.
Mr. Ben asks, if you had the chance to transform into any race, would you choose to be a Pegasus, unicorn, an Earth pony, or something else, like a dragon or a griffin or a changeling? Kind of already answered that last bit, but so which race would you choose?
Well, I suppose Earth pony.
Okay.
Because they're the most powerful.
Nice. I like that answer. Oh, here's a good one. Do you know who Q is from Star Trek?
Pardon? Who what?
Do you know who Q from Star Trek is?
I checked it out after I heard from this Discord, but I have never really watched Star Trek.
I
have a basic idea, but
that's all I need.
Watch the movie.
That's all I need, because who do you think would win in a fight, Q or Discord? Mr. Ben asks.
I suppose Q. Yeah. Oh, if my knowledge is right, I think Q is some powerful deity or whatever, some sort of god, or yeah, and I think he's more reasonable than Discord. Where Discord would probably fool around, I think Q would just be mentally sharp and more powerful in that regard.
Nice. Yavos asks, what do you like most about trees?
About trees. Well, I actually don't like them at all. I can't quite draw them. Well, I like them in nature, but yeah, they are my nemesis on the canvas.
What is it that makes them your nemesis on the canvas?
Well, just getting the leaves and all the stuff right. I can't quite get a solution that's let me be lazy and let's look good.
Is it because they're part of the background?
That's true. That sure doesn't help with them, but basically it's a pain to draw the leaves. Oh, if you don't put effort in it, it will look blurry and it's a lose-lose situation.
Oof.
Oh well, I suppose. Yeah. The Fluttershy tree is okay.
Because it's Fluttershy. Right? Now I do have a bit of a question on live streaming again. Some artists I've been to, they'll provide music, some provide some videos from time to time. What do you provide in your live streams?
Basically only my drawing.
Okay.
So basically what you see in my videos in real time.
Okay.
And yeah, also try to chat.
Try being the key word, I assume.
Which question, Yabas, about the trees?
Yeah. What do you like most about the trees? I don't think it was from a drawing perspective. I think it was from a real world perspective.
Well, they look nice and they provide shade and oxygen. I mean, what's not to love about trees?
I can think of a few, but this is your interview, not mine.
Squares them.
Now, you say you record these things, or your live stream sessions, so we can view them at any time?
I'm not quite sure about the actual stream. I think I saved them. I don't know if they're still all in my live stream channel, but I have them as a time-lapse video on YouTube.
Okay. Do you have what's your channel on YouTube?
Hold on. Provide a link.
Excellent. I know this is... I'm going to ask you for poops and giggles. Since you dabble in such different mediums of art, would videography and other sources of video be something you'd ever do?
I don't know. I've tried to make an animation, but yeah, I don't really know how to work in Flash. I basically had some application that would, fit some frames together in a Flash file. And well, yeah, I don't know if it turned out that well. Hold on a second. Yeah, I don't know if I actually will make any more animations because, yeah.
What of...
I basically drew that frame for frame, so...
One thing I want to ask about desktop ponies, is there any other pony that you would work on to give them more animation or anything?
I didn't quite hear that.
Okay. I said back to desktop ponies.
Uh,
Something. Huh?
yeah, continue.
I, s- I was asking, did you is there any other pony you would work on to maybe improve to give more animations or um, more lines of dialogue or something like that?
A few, but yeah, only very few. But basically, I think I made one for Twilight, but that's because it was supposed to be an indirection for Pinky. That would teleport Pinky in. Now the scene from the I think Spike's birthday party.
Yep, season 2, episode 10.
And yeah, I've made Surprise, but because basically that's quite easy if you have Pinky, just add wings. Then yeah, I made one for Gummy. And yes, I think 2 for Fluttershy. And then I have Angel Bunny Winona.
That's yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. And Screwball, of course. But basically, I have a little collection of all of them, so.
Got a link or anything?
Yeah. Shameless plug.
There is no shame on this channel. Trust me, we've done shameless plugs all the time, so no big. Yavos asks, have you developed your own realistic style of drawings, or you have developed your own realistic style of drawing so far? Do you ever think about experimenting with other styles?
Maybe. They were, but I wouldn't really know what style. Well, I have drawn something in the show style, and yeah, maybe something abstract, but maybe, perhaps, I don't know. Haven't tried yet.
Is there
Do you
any...
have-
Huh? Sorry.
Do you have some specific styles in mind?
Fun thing about all these delays, or the delay in stream versus... he says, nope, just in general. Maybe like a different style of art, like, say, instead of your extreme realism, maybe something distorted, like a modern or postmodern art, or maybe something very Greco-Roman in design.
Maybe, I'm not sure. Basically, it boils down to whether I like the style or not. So, if I happen to see a style that I really like, I might try that out.
Nice. Mr. Ben asks, have you ever considered doing a crossover?
Yeah, there was some kind of flag in the. I just got crossover or something. Can you repeat the question, please?
Sure thing. Have you ever considered doing a crossover? Asks Mr. Ben.
Crossovers with some other show? Or. Or what kind of crossover?
The internet has gone out. Hold on.
Hold on, I just type it in. I think that will be faster.
I think you're right. Okay, there we go. Back to streaming. Thankfully, I've got this thing recording on backup, so it's not so bad.
I think I even had some sort of. I don't remember what picture, but I think I had some crossover picture. But yeah, basically, if I get any idea, then I'll draw that first. But yeah, I have to get the idea first. So I usually don't plan to make a crossover with something else and then try to look for whatever the connection would be. But I have to see some sort of connection, and then I would draw that. I think I met one with Darkwing Duck.
You did.
And yeah, if you can Back to the Future, if that's what it can be called.
To each their own, Mr. Ben.
No.
What was it I was going to ask? Is there anything that we didn't hit that you would anything surprising that you've been a part of that I didn't touch upon?
I think no.
Okay.
I think it's...
Oh, what was the other one I had? It was a good one. Kind of the risk when it comes to writing the questions down. Audience, do you have any more questions? If we don't, I think
Anything that I hit? Or was it an old question? From Mr. Brand? Anything?
I think that's just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you asked that just now. Yeah, I think it's everything has been touched upon. So the only thing that haven't been hit are the ones that are, not certain.
All right. If this is all, folks, then I suppose we should probably consider wrapping this up. All right. Mr. DeathPwny, I want to thank you very, very much for taking this interview opportunity.
Yeah. Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. I think you've more than earned it more than anything.
Oh, you.
Yeah, I know. I know I flatter a little too much, but I suppose that's just me. All right, there's one more audience question here, Yavos asks, "Someone just stole your ice cream. What are you gonna do?"
Oh no. Think you will catch him.
Yavos also asks, "Why don't you show yourself during your live streams?"
I don't know, I think it's boring to see me draw. That would basically look something like this. There's probably some lag. And also my camera rig isn't, I don't have a place I could put my camera down to. So I hope I'll get it back up there, but this is my camera because my screen is far too thick to actually place it. The clamp is not working. I think I don't get it. So, yes. Yeah, that's basically. Yeah, I think that works.
All right, let's finish this up. Once again, I will say thank you very much for appearing on the show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We hope to look forward to continue showing your art in the future. Do you still allow us to do that?
Of course, yeah.
Excellent. In the meantime, we want to thank everyone, the audience, DeathPwny, Mr. Ben, and myself. We want to say thank you for coming. Hope to see you next week. Joining. Hope to see you next week when we view Season 1, Episode 10, Swarm of the Century. In the meantime, take care.